Okay, here's the deal. We're in Moab again. I'm pulled off at a beautiful, beautiful campsite, waiting for Charlie. She's still exploring, and that's that. So I'm just waiting to hear from her, see if she finds a better campsite. This one's huge and flat, and it's open for sure, designated camping, which is a big question when you're in Moab now. Can I camp here? I don't know. It's kind of a pain, but we're good to go here. So I'm just gonna wait around and see. It's beautiful. It's like 82 degrees. It's great. Okay, look at this view. Hold on, let me zoom in. Look at that view. That rock thing over there. Can you see it? I can't even tell what we're looking at. That rock thing over there looks awesome. Rocks over here. Big, big sprawling campsite. The gnats are really bad, I will say that. But I think last time I had a gnat issue, the thermocell took care of it. So I'm just waiting. I should probably have my radio on me.
I know it's on my car. I don't have four-wheel though.
Sit rep. It's the next day. We had some troubles last night. When I was recording, waiting for Charlie to set up or to find camp, I reached out to her on the radio after I stopped that clip. She got back to me and said, hey, we have a major problem. So her four-wheel drive won't activate. It won't go into four-wheel drive. The little light saying it's in four-wheel drive was blinking. No matter what mode she put it in, two-wheel, four high, four low, it won't switch. So that was a major problem. So we drove up and down, tried to get the thing to switch in and out and in and out. We did a lot of troubleshooting all night. Could not get the thing to go. And the light just kept blinking. Shut the engine off, turn it back on, still blinking. So we drove in my truck to get reception, try and look stuff up. Sounds like it's probably the four-wheel drive actuator, the transfer case actuator. I'm not a car guy, but basically something's wrong with that thing. Now, luckily, her 4Runner should still be under warranty, we hope. The issue is we're in Moab. There's no Toyota dealership here to cover it. I think the closest one's in Grand Junction. So we freaked out and let the car sit for a while, just kind of accepted our fate, hung out at camp, made dinner. It was dark out. She ran the car again just to see, and she needed to roll her windows down for the dog and stuff like that. And the light was gone, stopped blinking. Sorry for the long rant, but I figured I needed to explain the trip, what happened last night, and what's gonna be the rest of the trip. But so far, I think we're okay. This is gonna be a more disjointed video because it's 6-7 days long, and I'm just gonna record highlights. So stay tuned, thank you. We're at the White Rim Mineral Bottom Road switchback entrance. There's a nice little vault toilet here, so I think we're gonna hit that. And I guess head into town and get service and try and figure out what we can do about this four-wheel drive system if we need to do anything. I really don't know. So that is that. It's a beautiful day outside. It's gonna get hot, I think. It's gonna be in the 80s maybe. Sit rep. We are leaving Moab. We're heading down to Valley of the Gods because it's awesome there. It's gonna be really nice there, like 60s and 70s for the next 2 days. So that's what we're gonna do. It's already late. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're gonna roll in, set up camp and hang out for a few hours before sunset. I just downloaded the Fall of Reach audiobook from the Halo novels, which I don't read, I don't have time, but audiobooks, sure, why not? So I tried Audible, they gave me a 30-day free trial, so I'm gonna do it. I love Halo, it's one of my favorite video games of all time, and the books were fantastic. I read a couple of them in high school, so I'm coming back to it. The thing is, the narrator, he pronounces it Mjolnir, so every time he talks about the Chief's armor, he says Mjolnir, and it makes me just rage. I can't pronounce it correctly because even though I'm Danish, I don't speak. even though I'm Danish, I don't speak the language. It's like Mjolnir or like Mjolnir or something like that. So anyway, it's a small nitpick, but it does make me cringe. But so far the narrator does a good job other than that. It's bumpy and it's crowded. Mostly bumpy, but also crowded. Here's camp for the night. Here's the deal, the wind is absolutely heinous. So we got the bathroom tent set up real quick because Charlie had to pee. And it's not bad. Most of the really good spots were taken, but this one isn't too shabby. It's got 360 views and it's flat. This is very much a hunker down and wait for the wind to die down scenario because can't really do much of anything in this. Even sitting outside isn't super fun, but that's okay. Go figure, we're in the desert and it's raining. It's just sprinkling, so, you know, it's very pleasant outside. I haven't set up my tent yet because I've been lazy in the wind. Alright, so I think this trip is going to be pretty low-key. I haven't been recording nearly as much per day for two reasons. One, my videos are really long. I know that, I'm aware of it, people tell me, but also two, I'm just trying to enjoy the moment. This is a very similar trip than as the last one, the Moab in June, the last one I posted from Moab. It's going to be almost identical, like first night Moab, second night we do Valley of the Gods. Monument Valley? Valley of the Gods. We're going to go the other one tomorrow. Like, it's going to be really, really similar. And that's fine. I like this trip. So, if that's interesting, please keep watching. I appreciate it. But this is going to be a little bit of a disjointed video. Hopefully it's not 40 minutes long like the last one was. That was a long video. Sorry about that. I just like shooting videos. Sun is setting, it's pretty much down, and I think we're just going to enjoy the night. Alright, the wind is getting a little aggressive, like my whole tent's rocking. We all went up into the tents to just try and sit it out. We're all tired too, so it's only 8:30. Maybe I'll watch some YouTube or something, but this is supposed to die down soon, I'm hoping. It's definitely rattling the tent because it's coming broadside a little bit, which isn't ideal, but it'll be fine. Good morning. As you could probably tell from the last clip where I was in the tent, the wind was aggressive last night, very aggressive, and it died down for a little bit and then picked right back up in the middle of the night. So it was a loud night. I slept well. I think my CPAP recorded like 9 hours of sleep, which was awesome. I normally only sleep during the week like 3 or 4 hours, so that felt great. Just made some coffee. We're hanging out. Sunrise was a dud, but that's okay. Dog's chilling out. Charlie is taking pictures of the dog, and I got my coffee. It's a good morning. Dexter. Oh yeah. Alright, so a little bit of time has passed. We ate breakfast. We're trying to decide what we're going to do today. I'm letting some stuff air out, dry out, get some sunshine, letting the tent air out. We're going to work around and change some storage things. Just having a relaxing morning. I've got pretty much everything dialed. I just have to shift some stuff around as I move around and use stuff throughout the day, but that's the idea. That's just how it works. I like to just scan around at camp, like you guys know, and I heard someone trying to chime in on the 2-meter call frequency. And I'm starting to hear a lot of traffic come through. So I'm just scanning. Nothing useful yet, but it is fun to just hear what's out there. There's always random GMRS traffic, but hearing anything on the ham bands is always fun. Okay, the plan is we had a nice relaxing morning, ate some breakfast, drank some coffee, packed up some of camp, and we're gonna head to Monument Valley to do the little off-road loop. Charlie's dad really wants to see it, so that's what we're gonna do. We're leaving some of camp here to reserve our spot because we really like the spot. We want to come here again. Why is my microphone always twisted? Yeah, that's the plan. I got a dookie because I haven't yet this trip, so I might take advantage of their air-conditioned bathrooms. Sounds like a good plan to me. Okay, so if you find yourself in Mexican Hat, this 7-Eleven is awesome. It is so clean, and they've got all the good snackies. This place is great. We've stopped here a couple times now. I love it. It's great. Okay, I have got to say that audiobooks in the car, why did I not try this sooner? You know, I have up to a 90-minute commute one way, and I do that 5 times a week. So I drive like up to 3 hours a day just going to and from work. It's never really that long, although it can take that long. But anyway, I spend an enormous amount of time in the car, and I have a rage in me because of it. Music doesn't work. Podcasts aren't great. But audiobooks, this has been awesome. I've been really liking this. Wow, where has this been my whole life? I know they exist, but apparently I just didn't care enough to try it. Here we go. The most insane off-road track in the world. Not really, it's quite easy. They claim requiring high clearance 4x4, but it really does not need that. I mean, I saw like a Hyundai Sonata on this at one point last time. I didn't record it because I didn't want to be a douche, but literally as I stopped recording talking about the Hyundai, a Hyundai Kona hatchback just came barreling up this road. So like it is super easy. I think that's a Chevy Volt coming up. That is a Ford Mustang. A Ford Mustang is legitimately driving this road that says high clearance 4x4 required. I love this. Added a bunch of new gravel to this road since we were last here, and it's a lot smoother. So, you know, easy sailing so far. So we're pulling back to camp here, and everything's still there. Nothing looks to be disturbed, which is nice. Nobody appears to have messed with our stuff. All right, I got a mouthful of sunflower seeds. I'm sorry about that, but look at that cloud. Big old storm front that we got away from. Hopefully it doesn't hit us. I don't know if it's going that way or not. I can't tell. But we're just gonna hang out at camp for the rest of the day. We need that. We need to relax. The wind has picked up substantially. We're making ramen. And look at that anvil cloud. It's huge. It's getting pushed up real high. Yeah, crazy, crazy wind coming in. Hopefully it doesn't absolutely demolish us like last night. We're gonna try and enjoy a nice sunset. Hold on. We're gonna try and enjoy a nice sunset, but the wind, there is always wind here in Moab. Dang, that thing's getting tossed. The bathroom tent's getting absolutely tossed around. And of course it's going into my rooftop tent, not across the hard shell like it should, but the wind shifted directions today. I think it's gonna shift back overnight, so we should be okay. This is just annoying. So we're waiting for, in this direction, that comet that everybody's talking about is supposed to be coming up. We can't see it though. I think the rock formations are too high and the clouds are too high. But people are seeing it, just not us. That's okay. There's tomorrow too. I guess this is the best night to see it, apparently. Don't know if you guys can see it, obviously not. But the comet is there. That's super cool. Here's the deal. We're going to sleep early. It's 8:30. The wind's picking up again. My tent is open into the wind. I might have to fix that. I had to crawl out onto my tent to grab my pole takedown strap. I just bruised myself really badly falling off. Never climb your car with Crocs on. That's where you go super early. Take the Mogi Dugway to Hanksville. So we're gonna sleep early. That's it. Yeah. All right, here's the deal. We are doing true dawn patrol. So we're all up before sunrise. Charlie was up out of her tent first. I was up next. Charlie's dad's getting up. I brought the tent down already. Charlie's doing the same thing. You guys can't really see much. Hold on. So yeah, tent's down, pretty much all packed up. I'm just gonna use the facilities and then we're gonna be good to go. We needed to keep track of Dexter while we were away from him, and he's so dark we can't see him in the middle of the night, so I attached this little freebie light I got from whatever company, it doesn't matter. He hates being purple. Hi, buddy. But now we can see him in the dark. Okay, we've broken down camp. We are all packed up. We're gonna head to Hanksville now. Hanksville hopefully isn't gonna be terribly windy, although the weather seems to think that it is. Alrighty, Hanksville, here we are. Time to get gas. Time to get everything. This place is pretty good, Stans. Alright, here we are. Mesa Arch in Canyonlands. One of my favorite spots. Okay, we have found camp for the night, we think, but this big old storm front is rolling in very quickly. So we need to either decide to get set up or wait for this to pass. We're still figuring that out, figuring out where we're gonna put our vehicles. It's a big, big campsite. Okay, here's the deal, we're at camp. We got Charlie's dad all set up on the hill. We had to use a ton of rocks to get him so that his tent won't blow away. I somehow parked perfectly level on accident, 0 degrees in each axis, so that's lucky. My view is going to be boring, but if I get up early enough, I'll see that, which will be nice because it should rise and let that glow if we're lucky. So that's that. We're going to hang out and wait out this storm. That's for sure coming. Just waiting for that to hit us. I don't know when or if it will, but that's a lot of rain off there. So now we just play the waiting game. I also want to decide if I should do a 180 on my truck, because right now it's facing the correct direction for the wind, but if the wind flips, it might be different. It would be in the wrong direction, and I don't have enough signal to tell. So I don't know what to do. It's so remote I can barely get weather, so I hooked up my long 2-meter antenna. There we go. That's not super useful. Okay, sit rep. We moved Charlie's dad's tent for the second or third time, and as we were going to put it up, Charlie saw a rattlesnake right by the tent. It was a baby. She heard it rattling. We're like, we're not doing this. Charlie's dad's like, do you want me to shoot it? And we're like, no, maybe. We didn't. It's alive. It's well. He got some cool photos of it, though. And we moved camp again. Now we're just on this ocean of sandstone, but there's no way to get his tent staked down because we're on flat rock. I don't know what we're going to do. The wind is calmed a little bit, but that's deceptive. I think it's going to be up like this probably the rest of the night. We don't have reception to find out, so there's no solution right now except to wait it out. Simply put, the wind is not behaving, and this seems to be getting closer, so we don't know what we're going to do. Hello, Dexter. We got all our stuff piled up. We haven't set it up because it's so windy. We have to steady it down with rocks and everything, which we will do. But that's getting close. Real close. We might have to hunker down. Enjoy a nice step 2. One thing that's kind of annoying is I got a bunch of sand in my whiskey. I had some bourbon. It's not even good bourbon, so I'm not that bummed about it, but it's still, you know, gonna give myself a kidney stone if I'm not careful with this. We're at the stage of the trip where I've just started wiping my nose on my clean-ish shirt because we're all so filthy. I just figured you guys would want to know that. I don't know why.
This is a few years back. We've been to Arizona. Snake hunting. So he checked his luggage and went about his deal. He had a damn scorpion he'd put.
Yeah, we just had our first awkward situation of the trip. We're here at our campsite. Our tents aren't up, to be fair, but we're here at our campsite all hanging out. Small Mazda rental car pulls up like right where we're at, and Dexter's going nuts. He's barking and Charlie's holding him back, and then I get up to hold the dog back, and these people, tourists, come out, and the guy's like just like jumps out of his car and he's like, oh, will you take our picture? And he clearly sees that Dexter's going nuts and I'm holding the dog back. 80-pound German Shepherd, like big dog, and he's not dangerous. He barks a lot. He's reactive. He doesn't like new people, so like we can control him obviously. But anyway, this guy just comes up totally not reading the room, like, will you take our picture? And I just like, I'm holding Dexter, I'm like, nuh-uh, no. And the guy like looked at me like I said something really offensive, and he got back in his car and drove off. He was speaking in broken English, so I don't know if he totally understood like the interaction that was happening. I feel bad because I don't want to like ruin their trip. This is obviously a beautiful area, but like if you drive up to someone's campsite where people are at and you see their dog going nuts, like really barking a lot, like a big dog like that, would you still get out of the car and be like, hey, will you take her? Like, no, I would just keep going. I would see like clearly these aren't the people that I should ask to take my photo. I feel really bad. I do. Dexter was in control. He wasn't going to get off. He was tethered to the side of the vehicle. He wasn't going to hurt anybody. And he was very far away. Like, but still, like, read the room, man. Like, if you go up to someone's spot, don't be an idiot. I feel bad. I'm sorry if you're watching this video, which you aren't. Why would you? I feel bad. I'm sorry. I would have taken your picture, But read the room, man. Since there's no places to stake down because it's all rock, we all grabbed large rocks, and I think we went a little overboard because these are all the rocks we got. I don't, here's mine. Well, Charlie grabbed it, but I actually moved it. She got too lazy. I don't think this tent's going anywhere. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. I don't know if you can see it, but look at that super moon. That is, I've never seen a moon that big before.
Isn't that awesome?
That's amazing. Wow. This is a pretty sweet sunset. Not at all upset about this. I think we're gonna wrap things up. Taking pictures. It might go pink in a little bit here, which I'll reshoot my composition. Maybe drink a little bit more bourbon and then call it, I guess. We're gonna make it an early night again because there's not much to do after sunset. Just shot for who knows how long with a huge dust particle right in view. Brushed it off. I hope it's didn't ruin some shots, but I'm sure it did. That's okay. That's what the clone stamp tool is for. AI and stuff, right? All right, calling the night here. We're winding down. It's still daylight out a bit, but I think we're gonna wrap it up and go to sleep pretty soon. Brushing teeth, doing all that stuff, so nothing more interesting. Plus, it's gonna be too dark to see anyway. So I'll see you in the morning, which I think we're gonna go to Rainbow Hills, which is another one of my favorite spots in Canyonland National Park. Good morning. It's morning. Oh, there's a heart here. So, sunrise is happening. We're gonna shoot sunrise, hence why I'm shooting on my phone right now. I've got my camera pointed at the butte, which is looking cute. And hopefully we get some colors. Let me show you the shot. Okay, so the shot is gonna be a focus stack exposure blend of the butte with this little shrub here. And I'm really excited for it. I should probably start taking some pictures just in case we don't get any color. So as the colors are coming in, I made a rookie mistake and I shot for the composition I wanted, not for the crop that it's gonna end up being. So I widened out to 16 mil and I will just punch in with a crop later because of the stupid aspect ratio that Instagram does, which is the only place I put these photos anyway. We're packing up camp right now and we're going to move on. I think the plan is rainbow something. So we just got to get Charlie's dad's stuff all packed up and we'll be good to go. Sorry about the wind. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm also playing with the wireless labs, which I never do. So yeah, I've had a lot of issues with the wireless labs because of the multi-interface shoe accessory that Sony has. It doesn't work well with DJI. Like the DJI one doesn't work to auto on off the camera very well. So right now I'm just using the analog input, which does work with auto on and off. I'm rambling. Okay, I'm gonna help Charlie pack up, I think. The nice thing is I can point the camera anywhere and you can still hear me as if I'm got the shotgun mic right on me. That is a nice thing that I appreciate. So we're thinking the plan is gonna be to head to the vault toilet at the entrance to this area. We might all try and make a pit stop, maybe not. And then we're gonna head into town, grab a couple things, and I guess head to camp. It'll be an early day to find camp, which we need. We wanted an early camp day for a while now, so I'm actually really excited for this.
I guess it does kind of look like the moon, don't it?
Now I'm paranoid about snakes.
Made it to Moonscape. Don't want to lose my hat, but here we are. Looks pretty good. Cool. Here we are getting out onto, this is that like super famous, everybody takes a photo here thing. Wonder, it's really windy, so I don't necessarily want to push my luck here, but okay. Yeah, it's super windy here. I'm gonna hold my hat. Okay, here we go. It is very, very windy, as you might be able to hear. Got some cool photos. This place is always great. Doesn't really matter what time of day it is, the photos come out great. But we're going to, I don't know if we're gonna hang out or what. Probably time to go to camp soon. Got to go into town and do all that stuff still. So I'm just liking being here, and there's no one else here for now, which is really rare. It's usually mobbed with people, but usually at sunrise and sunset. Since we missed that, it's pretty chill. Dang, that is some wind. It's definitely louder inside the vehicle, but it is blowing hard. Glad I'm inside the car right now. All right, we are gonna do a quick tour of Swing Arm City. Just a quick little lap. It's too windy to get outside, but I think we just wanna see. Oh, this is a campsite. There were some people camped out here, and I didn't think it was a site, but there's a fire ring right there next to Charlie, so I guess this is a designated spot. I don't know if it really matters here, to be honest. So all that there is like up for grabs. I wonder if I can roll the window down. Up for grabs, like running around, driving around stuff. Looks pretty cool. We haven't gone down there yet. Okay, the name of the game is hopefully we find shelter from the wind. That's what we're hoping for. I don't know, man. It's gonna be gusts up to and over 40 miles an hour today. So we don't want to even set anything up until we're sure that it's calm, which it should be around 6 o'clock, I think is what the weather said. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. I don't know. Every time we come to Hanksville, this happens. We could almost bet on it that it's gonna get windy when we come here. Just made our way to the Mars Desert Research Center. And what do we see? A propane truck bringing a propane delivery to the little Martians on Mars. We think this makes all of their experimentation invalid, because if you were on Mars, you'd have to get your own propane. You wouldn't have a delivery truck bring it.
Chris, is that a space person or just a regular person?
Charlie thinks she sees a space person. I can't see anything, so I don't know what she's talking about. We found this really, really pretty spot over here. It's just like it looks like an old river delta. Like, you can tell that water washed through this. This is really pretty. It's just a different angle of one of our favorite camp spots out here. We're just trying to see if we want to explore. There's definitely a bunch of tire tracks, so people drive up here. Quite a few people from the looks of it. Here's the deal. We abandoned our last spot. Too windy, too many uncertainties, and the fact that we were going to get rain tomorrow. We did not want to deal with rain in that clay. So we've come to another spot that Charlie's been to. Wow, this is really cool. It's like layers of cardboard. We've come to another spot that Charlie's been to. Never camped here, but it seems really pretty. It's already like a totally different feel from anything I've seen in Hanksville. So I'm excited, and I hope we find a good spot that's not super windswept. We have gotten to our campsite. It's a really nice spot, but the wind is at its worst right now, and it will be for a few hours. Like, it is blowing dunes everywhere. So we need to hunker down and wait for stuff to get better. I don't know how much it's really able to show you, but like, my whole car is shaking. And it said gusts up to 40 miles an hour, over 40 miles an hour, I think is actually what it said. So we just need to take this seriously until it starts to ramp down, which is unfortunately going to be probably a few hours. The issue too is, like, there's not any spot that we have found around here that is safer from the wind. It's coming from the southwest, which is there. So unfortunately, we're just not sheltered from it. And there wasn't really much that we could find that was sheltered from it. So here we are. After being stuck in the car, I was able to switch out the ram arms that I have here and here. It's not perfect, but I think I have a better mount now. Really, I need to move this whole radio over a few inches, which is a pain because it's Gorilla Tape, double-sided taped down, because it's the only thing that actually holds it in place and stops it from wobbling. It's just a bad design on Yaesu's part. But this is better than nothing for now. I'm gonna probably dig in here if we keep being stuck in the car and fix this. Well, we're hiding from the wind. I've got my bourbon under my shirt so it doesn't get bourbon in there. I don't want kidney stones with it. It's not getting any better. What is that? Oh, we're approaching golden hour. And it's starting to get really pretty outside, but the wind is still, it's giving us some problems. This is about the calmest it's been, and it's not great. I need to pull my truck to face 180 degrees so that the hard shell is into the wind, which is coming from the south all night, according to forecasts. I'll do that soon. Then we got to set up Charlie's dad's tent. It's going to be a bit of a night, but I'm hoping that it calms down like the weather says it will. Otherwise, this is going to be a long one. I think we're going to head to Moab tomorrow. We got 2 nights left of camping, so going to Moab on a Friday and a Saturday seems like a really good idea. That's what we're going to do. All right, we are going to take it easy tonight because the wind, although calm now, may not stay that way. So we're just going to make some ramen noodles. Not the best choice for me. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, 54 grams of carbs. Not much fiber, decent amount of protein, but I ate a ton of carrots and stuff beforehand, so the blood sugar spike should be not the worst thing in the world, but it's not good. I know it's not good. Nothing I can do about it. I'm adding cheese, so it's healthy now. Always bring a jet boil. No matter what, even if you have a full camp kitchen, just bring a jet boil. You'll be happy you had it, I promise. We had to set Charlie's dad's tent up in like 20-mile, 30-per-hour gusts, so we just took world records amounts of rocks and stuck them where the guy lines go, and hopefully we're gonna be fine. Hopefully. Well, we're gonna call it a night. Sorry. We're gonna call it a night. Wind calmed down, we got the tent up. We're gonna go to bed. We're gonna make it an early night. Head to Moab tomorrow. Spend Friday, Saturday night in Moab, which is gonna be a challenge given how crowded Moab has gotten. So yeah, see you in the morning. All right, sorry for the iPhone footage, but all my cameras packed away. Woke up at 3, 4 in the morning, and I saw Charlie was packing up her tent. It was storming really bad. It wasn't raining that bad, but it was a lot of lightning and thunder, and it was close. I looked at the weather, and it was like, the radar said the closest lightning was like 3 miles away. So I packed up very rapidly, got absolutely drenched. Packed up her dad's tent, which was a whole process because it was windy and wet. And we came down to the Silver Eagle gas station just to hang out and wait out the weather. And the rain stopped. So was it the right thing to pack up that early? I don't know if it was necessary, but at the same time, better safe than sorry, I guess. So we're hanging out. They just opened up. We grabbed coffee. We're going to hang out here for a while and see what the weather's going to do and decide where we want to go next. But that's the sit rep. I got some coffee. I don't know why I put creamer in it, because I drink black coffee 100% of the time, but I put creamer in it. Creamer ruined it. It's half and half with Irish cream, and I don't like it, but it's okay. The coffee itself is fine. It's gas station coffee. And I'm gonna eat one of these bean and cheese burritos they had. Okay, just had a sausage and egg chimichanga from the Silver Eagle gas station, and it was actually highly decent. It was hot and it was ready. Now I'm gonna dig into my bean and cheese one, and then I'm gonna go punish their toilets for a while. If you go there and you get the green chili salsa in a packet, it's actually pretty good. Okay, well, I apologize for the time jump, but it is now mid-afternoon. As you can see by my frantic clips, we packed up in the middle of the night because it was storming quite badly, raining pretty heavily, and it was a good thing that we did because there's some flooding over here, and we got out in time. Everything's fine, but today it's been cold, kind of windy, really overcast, but we found a really interesting campsite kind of above the entrance to Factory Butte area, and it's quite nice. Soft dirt to put up the ground tent. We've been letting our stuff air out because we got positively soaked in the morning, and we just had some late lunch pasta. It's mostly just been a maintenance hanging out day, so I haven't filmed much, but let me show you the campsite at least. So we have Our kitchen mess here, got to clean up that. It is a bit of a mess. The tent, Charlie's dad's tent, the rain flies airing out, drying out. We were able to get the ground tent down mostly with stakes, but we're using some rocks too, just because why not? It's been so windy, it's a good thing to have. Charlie's set up over here, Dexter's out being Dexter. It's a good night. Here is Factory Butte. So, you know, still a pretty good view. Interesting site because it's not super crowded. Not a lot of people are coming here, which has been good. We've been able to kind of just have our privacy, although there are some camp spots up that way above, up the road, but they're full with RVs. I like it here. It's good. Hopefully the weather holds and we have calm, but it's going to be a very cold night. What happened to on your perspective?
It's been a rough day.
That's exactly what I just said.
Woke up in a lightning storm, threw my tent down, got stuck because I only have 2-wheel drive right now. Toyota.
Had somebody watching you.
Yeah, I felt like somebody was watching me. He heard someone walking outside his tent in the middle of the night. Oh, where to start? We went to the gas station. We were soaking wet. We were freezing to death because it was 40 degrees and we were all soaking wet. Except for Dexter. He stayed dry and warm. The only one of us. And then when we loaded everything, lo and behold, my dad's tent was dripping water into the space between my platform and the insulation, so my fence lake got completely soaking wet. So we had to take everything out, put it on a tarp at the entrance to Factory Butte, and let my fence lake dry. Once it dried, we packed everything back in, crossed the road, found this campsite, and we decided to call it quits and eat.
Type 2 fun. All right, good morning. We are sitting at the, whatever this gas station's called, here drinking gas station coffee, waiting for some stuff to work through our systems. And by stuff, I think you know what I mean. Might be making a deposit at the bathroom. We are Oscar Mike to Moab, the Outlaws Roost. I really want to try this place. They have like tacos and burritos and stuff, and it looks like their breakfast burrito is pretty good. I definitely want to come back to Hanksville as often as possible. I really, really like it here. And spending more days here than we normally do was actually pretty cool. We found some off the beaten path, less traveled camping that I'm a fan of because it seems like during super busy days it might be a good place to be. Okay, I'm gonna keep listening to Halo. I'm almost done with that audiobook, and let's just enjoy the ride. All right, let's talk campsites here. First, let me sip my Red Bull. That is crisp. We are out near Hole in the Rock area. We found this dispersed site. Someone YouTubed it. And this is really cool. There's a long, sprawling stretch of rock and trail. And this campsite's fine. There's a better one up higher, but Charlie didn't feel like moving the 4Runner once she got level, and I understand that. I don't really have cell service here, but if you go up higher, it's really good 5G, which I'm a little bummed that I don't have. Charlie does have service. If you have Verizon, you're good to go. If you have AT&T, you probably won't get much luck here, but there's some really cool canyon views. First off, here's the Tacoma, Charlie's. I think that little blip up there might be a 5G tower, but I'm not sure. So the highway's right here, and down in here you've got some really cool leafs down here, and there's just like stretches of stuff unexplored, and we're the only ones here for now. Now it's a Saturday, so I'm predicting it's going to get pretty busy, but for now this is here and we're the only ones, so hard to be bummed about that. This is great. Based on the cloud cover I'm seeing, we're going to get, I don't know, maybe 20-30 minutes of sunshine, more if we're lucky. Check this out. That is so welcome. It's been just cold, windy, cloudy, so this is just so nice. It's still windy, it's breezy, but I'm taking the time to get the tent all dried out because there's just a lot of moisture, a lot of trapped rainwater here. Flipped my sleeping bag inside out because it smells absolutely awful. And we're just letting this thing soak up some rays. It's only 1 o'clock and it feels like White Claw time. It's our last day, we're not going anywhere, but I'm also getting hungry. Maybe. It's almost White Claw time. Well, we lost the sunshine. It was out for like an hour or two, but now it's not. Now it's not sunny anymore. It's cold, so I might need to put a jacket on. It's getting windier too. Not a huge fan of that. Got sunset happening. Might shoot, might not, but we got some rain over in the distance catching light. That's super cool. Might have to switch cameras here. That is super pretty. Cool. That's a pretty fun way to end the trip. Just a little bit more daylight left. And then we're gonna go to bed and wake up at probably 3, 4 in the morning. Make the drive back home to Denver so that we have some time to do stuff at home. Man, this is cool. This is a good way to end the trip. Look at that. It is about 3:30 in the morning. I've got my tent all put away. We're getting camp totally packed up. We're getting pretty good at this point. The wind was crazy. It's already rained a tiny bit, so we got a head start on stuff. I'm glad we beat the worst of it. But we got to get Charlie's dad's tent down, so we're gonna do that. It is 4:47 in the morning. Charlie and her dad are over there. It's getting cold and windy, so we got into the cars, got everything packed pretty quick, and we're gonna head into town, try and get some McDonald's or something, and then head home. That's the plan. So I'm excited to get home and get a shower, I gotta be honest. So we just stopped at this Maverick in just outside of Moab on the outskirts, and I got myself a giant coffee and a steak burrito, egg and cheese burrito. And oh man, I'm already feeling better. So let's get ready to go. I may just call it here. So if you enjoyed this video, sorry it was a little more random than my normal ones, think about subscribing. Like it, share it, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Camping season for us is quickly coming to an end, so I don't know what I want to do for the winter in terms of videos. I don't know if I want to do hiking videos or if I want to just talk about camping without actually going camping. Let me know. I would be interested in your input. Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you on the next video.